Well, good evening, everyone. This is my announcement of a change in plans or a change in strategy, if you will. Last week I was gung-ho on avoiding the virus and like Superman, it's not kryptonite after all, it's just a virus. But like many of you, I've changed my mind over the weekend, so I've decided to cancel my trip north. Some of you may recall that I decided to retire the last time I saw you, and that retirement took place about a month ago. How have I been spending my time? Well, there's a lot of things I've been doing. One of them is growing my hair and beard out. What I'm going for here is the most interesting man alive. How am I doing? Just got to know. Need to hear from you. I've got some notes here, so pardon me. I'm going to look away a little bit and wear some glasses, but just to make sure I cover everything. So here's my check-in. We started a 2-month journey about 4 weeks ago. Multiple goals. One was spend a month in Naples, where we're a little bit warmer than we were when we left Rochester, New York. The other part was to take 2 weeks driving down and 2 weeks driving up. The goal of which was to explore places where we might want to spend our retirement, someplace with lower taxes than New York, of which there are only 49 states. So that's part of the plan, or at least it was on the way down. On the way back, we're practicing safe distancing and doing what we need to do to get home safely. And we're not going to be able to see my grandchildren on the way back. We're not going to go over to Broward County, where 40% of Florida's cases of the virus are, to visit my other son before we leave, nor to visit some old friends that we had planned to see. It's not the end of the world. My father's generation went to World War II when the nation needed for us to make a sacrifice. So sitting around and watching Netflix doesn't really compare to, going to Okinawa on a marine invasion, but it does impose a little bit of a hardship. The biggest event on the way down, frankly, was that our venerable old Mercedes broke a spring in its front suspension on the way down. And that caused a little bit of a delay and a little bit of an expense, and we're trying desperately to ignore it, or we were. I'm a lover of old cars, and this one has about 150,000 miles on it. We thought we could get it to 200,000, but where my response to grunts and groans and rattles in the past has been to just turn up the volume on the stereo, now we're in a situation where we feel like we need to buy a new car. So we're picking one up tomorrow to drive north. The other change of plans, of course, is that we're not going to be visiting too many people on the way back. So that's kind of a bummer. Anyhow, the bigger issue for me, I think, is really what does retirement mean for me, and I'm not quite sure yet what the answer is. I don't think it's going to. I don't think the sky's going to open up, and some voice is going to tell me what to do next. It's been my experience that big transitions don't occur like a big bang. Life is just filled with small epiphanies and discoveries, and we take each of those experiences and try to make a decision about how to move on. So that's my check-in. I hope to see you guys soon. I would say one more thing before I go. Stay thirsty, my friends.